Right, well, the last match that we're covering today, and still the sunshine is blessing the court here at the Ariake Coliseum. It's Andy Roddick matched up with Thomas Berdych. Both big hitters, both tall, rangy players. Roddick probably a little bit beefier. But I must say I was impressed with the way Thomas Berdych conducted himself in the quarter-finals yesterday. A wonderful match against Fernando Gonzalez of Chile. Here he is then, this is Berdych, the 23-year-old, appearing in Tokyo semi-final for the second straight year. Made a first-round exit on his debut in 2003. ATP ranking of 27. Came back in 2007 when he reached the last four and he lost to Gasquet with a 6-2 tournament record. Not dropped a set in 3 matches this week, there you can see. Beat Gonzalez so well. Robredo, another big scalp, 6-2 in the second. Karanusic, 6-3, 6-4, had a bye in the first. So 3 good matches, solid matches, built around his very good service. Talking of service, what about this serve? ATP ranking of 8, 26 years old, is that all he is? Seems to have been around forever. Andy Roddick, appearing in Tokyo for the first time this week, has dropped 1 set in 3 matches. Had a first round bye, and then he beat Ivo Mina 7-6, 6-7, 7-6. That was the only set he lost. Followed by a 7-6, 6-2 win over Jürgen Meltzer, and a third round of 6-3, 6-4 over Troicki in the quarterfinals yesterday. He had a really, really great week last week for the first time in China. Having missed out on the Olympics, he then went on to beat a determined Dudi Sela of Israel in a great 3-set matchup. But I've been impressed. The more and more I've seen Roddick, the more I've been impressed by him. Berdych won in 2006 in Madrid on hard court in 2 sets. Roddick won in the, I think that was the US Open in 2007 on the hard court. That was 7-6. And in fact, Berdych had to retire with injury from that one. But also, they met up in the Davis Cup in the World Group, first round, and Roddick won that one, 4-6, 6-3, 6-2. And it was 7-6 in the fourth, 7-4 in the tiebreak. So they have been close in their encounters hitherto. Berdych has got an 11-11 career record against American opponents. 2-1 in 2008. Now this is fascinating for Roddick. He's at number 8 in the chase for a place in the Shanghai Masters Cup, the season-ending event. And, well, actually, he's been moved up. Sorry, this was last week. He's now been moved up to number 5 in the ATP 2008 race. 352 points. He can add another 30 by capturing the Tokyo title. And 15 points if he's finishes runner-up. Today attempting to reach his 41st ATP final with a 26-14 record is Roddick. 3-1 record this year, which includes finishing runner-up in Los Angeles to Del Potro, the winner of the previous match we've just witnessed. He's struck already 717 aces this year. He's number 2 behind Karlovic, and he's won 91% of his service games. So this will be the battle of the big servers. The lights are on here in Tokyo, and that's the reason, of course, why they have half closed up the roof here. Nothing to do with the rain or the weather, it's all to do with the lighting. Still perfect conditions on court, and in just a while we'll see why these two are so high up the rankings. So, ATP rankings, Berdych at 27, Roddick at number 8. Roddick certainly the favourite, I would think, and the way we've seen him perform over the last couple of weeks here in Asia, it would suggest that he wants to make them back-to-back titles. Whoever wins this will be facing Juan Martin Del Potro from Argentina in the final. Roddick won in San Jose, defeating Stepanek. He won in Dubai, defeating Lopez, and in Beijing, defeating Sela. Got to the final in Los Angeles and lost to Del Potro. Semi-finals in the Masters Series in Miami, lost to Davydenko, and also in the Masters Series in Rome, losing to Wawrinka, and also in the London Queen's Club, where he lost to Nadal. 3 titles this year, 26 career titles, and at the age of 26, Roddick is certainly the real deal. Berdych, surprisingly good. He's got 3 career titles. Lost to Robredo at Bastad this year, and also to Nadal in Miami and Djokovic in Bangkok. Maybe another final awaits Berdych. He's got to get past the icon of the serving game, Andy Roddick, first. It will be Berdych to serve. This, the second semi-final of the AIG Open here in Japan, 2008. Thomas Berdych of the Czech Republic against Andy Roddick of the USA. Roddick's backhand just not good enough. The final point there. Berdych opens his account. Just wide, a modest 150 on that service. Roddick, very intense in his play, always moving, always fidgeting, never still. Oh no! It's out. Roddick has won the point. Play that one again, Sam. Watch the news tonight. That will be in there. He won the point. I can't believe it. Extraordinary. You, play of the day. Wow. Well, that's livened the crowd up a bit. And yours truly here in the commentary box. 30-15. Good placement, Berdych. Roddick was looking very closely at the line judge there.
40.
It's game. Berdych holds on. Takes the first game. Roddick is not just the server. He can play those super ground strokes and those heavily undercut backhands. He'll be anxious to get on the ace count very quickly. He really lost his rag, lost his temper a little bit in China with the crowd movement all the time in his semi-final, and there was some problems in the final as well. Here, the crowd have been excellent. It was out, and Roddick, well, he was just about to give a little talk back, let's put it that way. He didn't need to. 15 love. First ace. $207K. Second ace, a much softer 168.
40 love.
The way that whipped away, beautiful stuff. That's a very, very impressive first game for Andy Roddick. 2 aces, he wins it to love. Fastest serve ever recorded in professional tennis is clocked at 155 miles an hour. That's 249.4, and that is by Roddick.
50 love.
Berdych is no slouch when it comes to the serve. 6'5" of him.
15 all.
Right on cue. He messes up my theory that he is a good server. He still is a good server, but that's typical of the commentator, putting the curse on. That's a great serve, but it's only 171. I can't believe that. The gun at 171. Roddick looks around, hoping for some judgment against the. It was right on the line. Beautiful serve. I'm vindicated. 30-15. Roddick acknowledges. He says, "Yep, good shot."
40-15.
That's an exquisite shot.
40. 30.
Excellent two-handed backhand here. Look at this, through the eye of a needle. The follow-through was excellent as well. It's game, it's 2-1 Berdych. And it's the service that is making the difference here at the moment.
Time.
Roddick walks back to the serve line. Forced to pull out of the 2000 French Open due to a shoulder injury. And he also had a problem with a neck injury pulling out of the Cincinnati Masters this year. So he's had his moments, but he's also had his moments with the ace count as well. That's three and counting. 197, that one.
30 love.
He's certainly in a good vein of form at the moment, is Roddick. He had to work hard last week in China. He had a tough first round match, or second round match rather, his first match of this tournament. Since then, it's been a bit easier. What about that? A second serve ace. His fourth ace. It's 2-all.
Love 15.
Good return, but the change of angle that Thomas Berdych tried to put onto that ball caused it to dip. .195 that service.
15 all.
Roddick did well to get that back at all. Certainly a worthy semi-finalist here. 2 years in a row. He's used to this court. Roddick again did well to just block that one back. It's just wide. It's game to Thomas Berdych of the Czech Republic. And the Roddick come to the break. All services with, or all games with the service.
Time.
Thomas Berdych is actually a great fan of ice hockey. Follows the Detroit Red Wings, and has got many of the Czech players. The game is obviously very popular in the Czech Republic. He's got many of them as his friends, personal friends. Well, another one. Do I have enough paper? Number 5. Number 6. Some people call it boring. Others sensational. 40 love. Again, it's coming from this dynamic serve. Over 200 kilometers an hour. All of them.
Game, right.
209 on that occasion. 3-all.
3 games all.
Berdych shows the way as well, puts one out wide, his second ace. And another, his third. Nothing like the pace of Roddick's, it's 186 that. Oh, that was loose.
30-50.
Got into good position, followed it in well, and then just got very, very loose in the wrist. No, that's a ripper, that's better. Goodness, 195. 40-15 is fourth. I think he was a bit annoyed with himself at missing that volley. Oh, that's a cracking backhand. It's game, it's 4-3. And it's
4-3.
all going with service at the moment. Berdych has only missed a couple. Roddick absolutely flying with his aces. Well, I guess you can hear all this retro music here at the Ariake Coliseum. We've had various groups, the Beatles, we have Michael Jackson beating it there. It's really very funny hearing all the old favourites. Roddick, he's a young favourite. New balls. Roddick did well there because he covered that line. Even though it looks as if he wasn't there, had it been closer to the line, he'd have probably got it. He's definitely not as strong on his backhand when he's attempting to play the topspin. He likes to undercut him, not a problem. Plays a good, solid undercut, underspin backhand. That's his favourite shot, number 7 ace. But after that, the forehand, topspin drive, I think, is probably the next one. The least favourite is the one he netted recently. Well, we're getting through these games pretty quickly. We're only 21 minutes in, and this is the 8th game, almost complete. And that is it. 4-all in games. 21 minutes gone. We're not looking at many rallies here. Berdych will pick up the balls. And we'll try to improve on his 4-ace count. Well long, brave,
love 15.
Brave net play by Roddick. Good recovery. like a rally. That's good stuff.
30-50.
Good change of angles and direction there by Berdych. 30-15, the giant scoreboard in front of me still says 15 all, but I'm sure they'll change it in a while. Now they have. This is one of his favourite shots, and he blows it. Frustrating. Oh, too good. 5-4.
Berdych leads 5 games to 4.
He's got a good service game as Berdych, but he's got a very, very good ground stroking game as well. Maybe his net play is not quite as strong, but you certainly wouldn't want to bet against him at this stage. Roddick, strong in the serve, but neither player really being tested on their own serves.
Time.
Roddick will serve to save the first set. Typical aggression, the hard court. Pushed out wide from the service and then in to follow up at the net. $199. 30 love.
30-15.
And a miss hit there from Roddick. Well, that was a huge hit. It's the biggest on the service to date, 214 kilometers an hour. Berdych did so well to get it back. Then really is upset with himself for missing the backhand. 40-15. Oh, 40-30. That brings the crowd to life.
40-13.
And another ace. 5-all in the first set. Less than half an hour and another big service, 211. And just according to expectations, it's the battle of the big boys serve. Lots of testosterone going around this court right at this moment. Lots of macho moments. Another loose backhand, Berdych. Well, Andy Roddick has found a little vulnerability there, I think. He could be pumping down a few more onto that backhand side. But he doesn't use the backhand this time. He runs around it, plays a corker. Good aggression there from Andy Roddick. And he will now push, really push hard to get the break. I tell you what, if it became an Andy Roddick Del Potro final, it would be something really special tomorrow. Still a possibility, of course. Berdych holding up things at the moment. Oh, and that's two break opportunities here for Andy Roddick. At 5-all in the first. This is just what he was hoping for. You watch him latch onto this if Berdych gives him half a chance. He's given him half a chance. Second service. Roddick plays brilliantly. Oh dear. And I can't believe it either. That ball was definitely out from Berdych. It was definitely out from Berdych. Roddick cannot believe it. He's got no recourse to go back to Hawkeye. The crowd giving him applause. He just can't believe it. Look at this. He would normally throw an absolute wobbly here. Dear, oh dear, he can't believe it. I don't know whether we can see that again, but it's that shot from Berdych I felt was long. Yeah, and you can tell he'll be really upset with that.
Deuce.
Andy Roddick is looking absolutely hugely frustrated. He's not finished with this yet.
I made a mistake with that visor one time too. I won't hold it against you. Oh my God.
You have to have sympathy with Andy Roddick. I'm not normally the kind of character that likes to see talk back, but gee, that was a really bad call. Discipline, Andy. Let's see if we can keep it. It was a fantastic rally. Roddick loses it and he's lost 3 in a row. He'll be so disappointed. But it was a fantastic rally, and he's still complaining. First time in Tokyo. That was called wide, and Roddick thought it was good. Yeah, so did Berdych. And let's level things, and maybe that was trying to level things up again. He just can't believe what he's seeing. Lots of chat, lots of talk back. That aspect of the game, not great. Third break point for Roddick.
Advantage Roddick.
It's called wide. Berdych doesn't like this call either. Well, yeah, it was wide. A good call. Still, break point. Andy Roddick, 5 all-in games.
Deuce.
Solid second serve there from Berdych to rescue the situation. Very popular in China after his donation of $25,000 of his winnings to the Sichuan Disaster Fund, the Earthquake Fund. An excellent gesture. Just missed it, but he was really up for that. Watch the movement here, so quick. Good play from Berdych. He's got the advantage. It's gone. It's game. It's Berdych 6-5. And Andy Roddick is still seething. Still upset about that line call. I'm sure he'll have a word. He does. He does. One thing is guaranteed. When he is upset, he'll make his opinions known.
I can tell you, you didn't skip the line, so I don't know that. God, man, that's a big difference. That could be the whole match, because you missed that. That could be the entire match. I mean, I understand him because he's blocked, but I mean, it's anywhere close, I'm gonna play it. It wasn't. I mean, it had to be like this. Okay. Hey, Noah, come on, man. God. I can't tell you how frustrating it is.
I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, and I hate to see it, but I have a huge sympathy with Andy Roddick there. It was a very poor line call. Right, well, let's forget all that. Let's see if we can look forward. It's 5-6. Take out his aggression on the server and the opposition.
Left.
There's some people that play their best when they're riled. I get the impression Roddick might be one of them. Double fault. 15s. Well, he's got to be careful here. That is wonderful play from Thomas Berdych. It was a serve that everyone thought was a killer. He reached and got it. Roddick in turn pulled off an amazing backhand, only for Berdych to finish it off with a smash. There was venom in that one, 204. 30 all.
30 all.
There's intensity in Roddick's game now. Not that there ever is anything else, but there's just a little bit of extra intensity. Don't get in my way. That's great finesse as well for 40-30 to force the tie-break.
40-30.
You see him in this kind of mood, you really would want him on your team. It doesn't matter whether it's any, in contact sports, whether it's rugby or, I don't know, American football, any of those pretty aggressive things. You'd want to have the flame coming out of the nostrils of Roddick to help you, wouldn't you? Gee whiz, look at this. And that is game. It's 6-all. We will go to a tie-break. Well, I think it's only fair. Now, Roddick can actually breathe a little easier. He knows there was an injustice done, but it's now all square and the tie-break to chase. Was over 200k. It's just wide.
1-0 wide.
Oh, that would have been something. He guessed the right way, did Berdych, and then couldn't control it. Time for an ace, I think. Thank you.
Three, 0, Roddick.
You'd think this was recorded, wouldn't you? It just felt like the time for a big one. Pretty weak backhand again. Didn't quite know what he was going to do. I don't think he made his mind up until the last moment, did Roddick here. Yeah, probably cross-court lob would have been the boy. 1-3 in the tiebreak. Roddick still has the mini break. That one over 200k as well, so Berdych is really building him up as well. Great conditions for playing tennis here. The evening sun. That's good play. Very clever, intelligent work at the turnaround.
4-2,
After 6 points, they will change ends. Roddick has the advantage. Both these players looking in really fit order, dynamically fit. And a big, big serve there for 5-2 from Roddick. Of course, Roddick is the representative of the President and the President's Council of Physical Fitness and Sports in the US. And, well, what a physical specimen he is. 6'2". It's 188. Every inch the athlete.
First.
Great service. 3-5.
5-3, Roddick. First.
Roddick chasing them down and doing brilliantly well. Put in a drop shot that was outrageous. Berdych was there but couldn't pick up the half volley. It's 6-3. It's 3-set points to Andy Roddick of the US. Tremendous deft touch there. He's done well. Another big serve expected here. That's it.
Game, first set, Roddick.
7-3 in the tiebreak in the first set. And it looks very much as if Andy Roddick, who continues with this kind of form, will go forward to meet Del Potro in the final tomorrow. There's a lot of work yet to be done. But I must say, he's looking in very, very fine fettle at the moment. 7-6. He won it by 7 points to 3 in the tiebreak.
Mine, isn't it? Or is it his serve? Is it hit? No, it's my serve.
You saw the stats on our graphics. 73% success on the first serve to Roddick. 10 aces as opposed to 5 of Berdych. And Berdych also suffering a little bit on the first serve at 57%. But the stats of that first set really don't tell the news that it was a cracking matchup. And Roddick's got a lot of work to do. It just shows that Andy Roddick is not just the booming server. He has got a real deft style as well, particularly that undercut backhand. Berdych is playing to his backhand all the time. He knows that that's a weakness, but Roddick answered it beautifully. Follows up a big service with a great inside-out ground stroke. It's 30 love. And another super shot. Do you know, his confidence is getting greater and greater. He's just looking the part, isn't he? Since he's travelled out here to China and now into Japan, he's getting a taste for victory. Finishes it off.
First inning, second time.
Roddick has his fans and he has his detractors. He's one that you either love or you dislike. You just can't actually ignore him. He's always there and he has a huge talent. I don't quite know. Oh, that's our finalist tomorrow. Wozniacki.
50 love.
That is a fantastic shot, not only from Berdych, but the previous one from Roddick as well. Roddick congratulates Berdych by putting his hand on his racket. Just watch this as it passes him. And there he says that was fantastic. Indeed it was. He's a perfectionist. He hates to lose any point, let alone a game. Well, I'm afraid with Thomas Berdych in that kind of form, he's going to have to get used to losing a few. It's 1-1. Yeah, that's one of the best rallies, not just of this match, and probably of the tournament. I tell you, it was an absolute beauty. Lots of stretching, and that was a fantastic deception shot. Closed the racket face, picked it up down the line. Forehand winners, 23 now to Berdych. That's a fantastic stat. Love 15.
15.
And that's a pretty good stat as well, isn't it? 11th ace, I think. 10 in the first set. I hope I've not missed one. It is the 11th. And that is the 12th. It's always like having a huge cannon up your sleeve, isn't it? Fire in. There you go. Another big, big hit. 214K equals the best of the day.
15.
If you've got a cannon up your sleeve like this, my gosh. Good work, Berdych.
40-30.
He's done well as the boy from the Czech Republic.
Deuce.
Berdych living in Monte Carlo now, in Monaco. All the millions he's earned, I guess. Ooh. Do you know what? Even Berdych was prepared to go. Tight line call. It's too good. And well, Roddick, as I said, is always frustrated, and he may well have a little moment, not just of annoyance there, but he'll probably take a little warning as well. He's just...
So much more than your better judgment. It's scary.
He thought he'd fired in an ace. It was called wide. He's now facing a break point. A let is called. It's an awesome firepower, isn't it? Oh, it's in. Roddick plays one up over the top of the roof here. In fact, he's just come back down again. But wow, he is really, really annoyed. Berdych sits down, gets on with his business. Oh dear, here we go. The toy's out of the pram. There you are, Mr. Roddick, there's your racket.
How'd you see that middle one, Norm? Well, it was close, and I didn't really see it, right? I know it's close. That's your job. What about the one right in front of you, right here, slow? Do you ever get tired of bringing new information to the table? No? No? Exactly, thank you. You'd be like...
Well, I'm keeping my microphone alive and open.
The match is going to be inside the machine.
You can hear Andy Roddick having a real conversation here with the umpire. And I tell you, it wasn't all pleasant. Hawkeye is not here, and I'm afraid that has caused a lot of issues and problems. Norm Christ, I think it is. He's in the chair.
50 love.
Great service, and the more involved and upset Roddick becomes, the more to Thomas Berdych's advantage it becomes. He's got a 2-1 and a 30 love in the second. Wow, big fires, 7 aces. Eight aces, 3-1. Well, I'm afraid if Roddick continues to get pumped up and upset about these line calls, he's only going to do himself harm. Thir 13 aces. Still talking about it. Fourteen aces. You need danger money to be a line judge down there. That's a really, really good second service. 40-15. There's certainly intimidation from Andy Roddick. Intimidation of the line judges as well as the opponent. But in this second set, Berdych still has the break of serve.
I'm looking for a coach, actually. That's a good fit. When I fuck up, you can just be supportive and nod in the stands. What do you think? I'd love to see all those after-the-fact talks that you have with everybody. I guarantee you that doesn't take place. I'm going to take a silence as a yes. I said I'm going to take a silence as a yes.
Time.
Again, some moments of interaction, shall we say, between Normquist and Andy Roddick. And Andy Roddick making all the noise. Still he continues.
They screw up and then he nods at him on switchover. They just need that kind of support up there. Whenever I'm pulling the crap, just keep nodding.
Berdych serves 3-2. Calmly, quietly, aggressively, Berdych continues to get back into this match. And at the moment he's playing the better tennis. Apart from the serving of Roddick, Berdych has the upper hand right now. That's very impressive. And that is very, very impressive. 10 aces.
Berdych leads 4-2.
And that means he's doubled up on what he had in the first set already. Just 4 games that he's completed.
I wish it was going like that. You know what kind of crap I'm pulling right now, but you just do it all over again tomorrow? No worries.
He still is one very upset bunny, isn't he?
Oh. 50.
I'm not sure whether the speed gun goes beyond 214. That's the third time that he's hit a service of that speed in this match. Let is called. That was over 200 as well. Still it's there, and Berdych answers the power. Surely we can get a smile sometime out of Mr. Roddick. Still at 40-15, but even he should have seen the irony of that. Just wide, and it's game to Roddick. He still can't break at the moment, or break back, should I say. He does all those wonderful things for charity. There's Roddick, the $25,000 donated to the Sichuan Earthquake Disaster Fund, and then out on court, well, he's just being a little bit arrogant and certainly almost abusive to the umpire, Nordqvist. Trying to do an honest job, but I'm afraid Roddick doesn't accept that. Roddick at 76%, but look at Berdych creeping up at 62%, and the aces 10 and 14. Berdych will serve. This will be a crucial service game for Andy Roddick. He has got to break back here. That is out. Anxiously followed by Roddick this time. Now you watch him chase. He won't be talking at the moment. He will be concentrating like crazy and follow every opportunity. Another little issue, is there somebody on a mobile phone, maybe? I think that's what it was. That is a fantastic shot from Berdych. Good service, a fantastic return from Roddick, but an even better, emphatic inside out from Berdych. 30-15, and even Roddick said too good. wide, and that gives Andy Roddick just the little opening he requires. It's a break back point here. Now, let's see what Berdych has got in terms of his desire and his need and his talent right here. Big chance, Roddick. It's long, it's game to Roddick. Wow, what a turnaround. I thought Berdych was good enough to hold on to that serve there.
4 games all.
Couple of errors, and suddenly Roddick is back in it. Once more, this time it's Thomas Berdych putting the pressure on Norm Christ. Poor old Norm. One break apiece in a server's environment, that's huge. Roddick now to put the nail in. I can tell you now, whatever the outcome of this match, if Roddick wins it, he still won't be happy with the way the calls have gone and the way the match has been basically overseen. I think what has frustrated him more than anything else is the lack of Hawkeye. If the Hawkeye had been there, I'm sure it would have been different. 15th ace. And at 40 love, he's obviously feeling much happier with life. And that's game.
Roddick leads 5 games to 4.
Andy Roddick looks as if he could eat raw meat all night at the minute. Yeah, well, there is, did I see a little bit of a smile there? He is certainly really up for this. Berdych is now having to serve to save the match. Roddick's approach will certainly be different now. He won't be moaning and complaining. He'll be absolutely right in there, watching everything in sight. He doesn't want to take this into 3. Oh, again, it's improvisation from Thomas Berdych.
15.
Excellent quality play. Outrageous. Oh, yes. Finds the lines beautifully there. Again, Berdych puts the pressure on. He finds three really solid first serves. Roddick gets each of them back, but then can't find the shape to finish it off. It's short.
5 games on.
Okay, real business end here. 15 aces complete. He'll be looking for a couple more during this game. 5-all. Well, it certainly had depth on that. Another very, very good pinpoint accurate
15.
ground stroke from Berdych. 15s. When the first serve doesn't work, Roddick is not the same man. When it does work, he's absolutely dynamic.
30-15.
Another beautiful, beautiful shot from Berdych.
30.
He is a real talent, isn't he? Look at that. Into the body, no place to go. 40-30.
40-30.
Berdych looking up to the heavens, saying, oh my goodness, I was so close. Too close, Thomas. A good return.
Deuce. Advantage.
Wow.
Berdych.
This is a real opportunity again for Berdych. He was in a really solid position here in this second set. He lost it, now he's got a chance for the break back. And that's it.
Game Berdych.
Andy Roddick
16-5.
has just smashed his racket.
One draw.
Racket abuse. Can't blame anybody for that except himself. Berdych has the lead. I'm sure you've all met some angry young men in your time. Certainly one right here. Thomas Berdych, not going for sainthood exactly, but compared with Roddick at the moment, certainly is very mild and gentle by comparison. 3 yellow dots, that means breaks of serve. Now, Berdych can take the set with this game. Three more points required.
50. 13.
2 more points required. One more point required for the second set.
Mercer. Ball.
That's gone, the set is gone. It's 7-5. Berdych has taken it, and certainly on balance, I think he deserves it. It will go to a third, and Andy Roddick, well, we'll hear more from him, I'm sure, as the match progresses. But the interesting thing here is the Japanese public are not used to these outbursts. It's very un-Japanese to be showing this kind of discourteous behavior, and I'm sure, well, again, he's still talking as I'm talking here, but he's very, very upset. I'm sure he won't endear himself to the public. Thomas Berdych is getting on with his job and his business. Roddick is trying
Where does the ball go?
to keep the demons out of his head.
Actually, they don't they don't see it as it goes under them, so it does vanish because they're looking over the top.
I think you guys are getting really way too scientific about this. Just look at the fucking ball coming.
Well, they can't track the ball.
I have to seal it while I'm moving.
That's true. But if you try and track the ball, then you're absolutely going to have to be on the spot before it bounces.
You guys are that scientific and you're still missing shit. It's fun. I mean, oh my god, that was 4 inches long. I don't know what I mean. That's.
I know.
Well, it's difficult for me to sit here and listen to this stuff, to be quite honest, because I've been a fairly tough disciplinarian in my time as a teacher and coach, and I'm afraid that Andy Roddick is abusing his privilege just somewhat. He's given a huge opportunity to perform on a world stage in front of people that have admired him over the years. And he's, even if he wins it, he'll be noted for his talk back and his ungenerous disposition. He will be serving. The new balls.
15 left.
16th ace on the Japanese public are still very forgiving.
All.
Double fault.
$30, 15.
17th ace. I think it's 17, although 16 is on the caption there. Well, if it's 17 or 18, it doesn't make a great deal of difference, does it? It's just huge hitting. Great animosity here. And huge aggression. Roddick takes it. The opening game of the third and final set. Both the semi-finals in the ATP men's event have gone to 3 sets. Well, the calm before the storm, they say. Berdych will serve. Roddick just on the edge of explosion. I think the Ring of Fire, they call this part of the world, stretching all the way down through Philippines into Indonesia. Volcanoes and earthquakes aplenty. I think we found another volcano here in Andy Roddick. As long as things go his way, I'm sure he'll remain controlled and dormant. If one or two things go against him, then he'll explode and there'll be lava everywhere. concentrating on Roddick and his behaviour. Berdych lets out a little scream of frustration. Was wide, and that was a huge point. Berdych misses it. No, it was wide, absolutely. No need to get back onto Norm's case again. Definitely wide. No, it's love 40. I don't care. Yeah. Sympathy with the umpire.
Love 40.
And the crowd thinks so too. Roddick has an early opportunity.
$15.40.
And he's got it. It's 2-love to Andy Roddick in the third set.
Roddick leads 2-11.
Well, you'd be very bold to bet against Roddick taking the match now. He's got his break. Okay, it's early in the set, but surely he's not going to blow it from here. Berdych still talking with Norm Christ. The luck is with you, Andy. I suppose the one thing you could say about this whole behaviour thing is that it means so much to these players. I guess if they didn't care, they took it all in their stride and they didn't care, we'd be complaining then. So they are intense. It means so much to win. That is a brilliant forehand. Pinpoint accurate, and Roddick is definitely on his way. That with another ace completes the game, and it's 3-love in the third. Well, the music starts up. I'm sure we won't hear any complaining this time from Andy Roddick. away from the break is Roddick.
Time.
Oh, that's an absolute cracker.
50 love.
Tons of variety in that rally. Finished off with a Berdych special. It's wide.
40 love.
Couple of little openings for Roddick, he couldn't take them. But I guess he'll be happy just to serve out. It's wide. Berdych wins his first game of the third and final set.
Roddick leads 3-1.
Very little to choose between these two players. Roddick with just certainly the more aggression and perhaps the better percentage of first serves. Oh, that's an absolute beautiful pass. Berdych is certainly not done yet. Quality pass. He's overcooked that one. It's love 30. Couple of aces called for. There's one.
50-30.
Well, he's done well. Couple of big plays there. The ace set the tone. 21. And that is for 4-1. Well, that's a great recovery by Andy Roddick. He has done extremely well. And the number 2 seed in the tournament, with David Ferrer out of it, certainly expecting to put in a great show if he gets through to the final tomorrow against Del Potro. Previous winners in this tournament, last year Ferrer, in 2006 it was Federer, Hedman being the runner-up, Wesley Moody in 05, Kiri Novak in 04, Schuttler in 03. The big name, I guess, would be Nicholas Kiefer in 99, Leighton Hewitt in 2001, Andre Pravel back in 98. So some big names have come to Japan and taken this trophy. I guess it would be appropriate for a name like Roddick to come and do the same. He's calmed down a little bit in the last couple of games. He's got the lead at 4-1 in the final set. He's riding a 7-match winning streak at the moment, Andy Roddick. Poor first point for Berdych. No pressure.
$15.
12th ace for Berdych. The 13th there, beautifully placed. No great speed on it, just 151. It's a great return.
40-15.
Berdych.
Roddick leads 4-2.
Well, they really are big hitters, aren't they? 14 aces for Berdych, 20 for Andy Roddick. He leads 4-2. He's got the serve right now. 2 more big serving games, and Roddick goes to the final. Oh, that's an unbelievable second serve. Wow. Okay, there was not much risk at love all, but that is a fantastic service. 21 aces. .22 aces. I don't like the idea of flash photography around at the moment. There's quite a lot of it. The stadium, just as Roddick prepares, he won't like it either. Oh, what a hit. 40 love. 208K. Berdych read it right, but Roddick powered it home. 5-2 now in the final set. At 5-2, the crowd know this could be the last game. Berdych will desperately try to make the match last longer. Roddick just misses it. Well, he's been successful a couple of times with that little drop shot on the backhand side. This time he misses. Oh.
30-15.
Really does have immaculate timing on those forehands. This now will definitely take Roddick's interest and very much his fancy here, I think. 30 all, 2-5. Berdych needs just one more error and Roddick will pounce. Oh, and he just, well, he stepped inside to play it on his backhand and then blew it. It's a very, well, yeah, Roddick is saying that was wide.
Roddick 5-3.
Smile from Berdych. he's looking back to say, yeah, well, it's the same for both sides. Right, well, here we go. This could be definitely the final curtain call for Andy Roddick. 5-3 he leads in the third and final set. Not the way that Berdych has played that rally.
Love 15.
It was a perfect response. Needs to get that booming serve in, Andy. Oh, delicate, and it was so close He was jumping with relief himself.
15.
Goodness. It's a great touch, but it could have been a lot worse than that, I can tell you. I get the impression Roddick is, I mean, he naturally is a rushing kind of player, but he's rushing a little bit too much. He needs to just suck in a few breaths. And that is an extraordinary backhand. What a return from Berdych to force it 15-40. He's got 2 breakback points at 3-5. Wow. Who expected this? Roddick needs that ace cannon. He's got 1 in. Still break point for Berdych.
40.
Is it down the line or is it out wide? Come on, you guess. Down the middle. Berdych is forcing. Wow. He's
Ball
gone
change.
back into this match. What an
Roddick leads
extraordinary
5 games to 4.
achievement by Thomas Berdych of the Czech Republic. I never expected that, and I don't think 90% of the crowd here thought he would do that. 4 minutes under 2 hours. Berdych breaks back at an absolutely vital time when all Roddick had to do was to hold on to that very, very famous serve. It didn't happen.
Time.
Well, you have to admire the bravery of Thomas Berdych there. The number 9 seed has come back. An extraordinary performance to break Roddick, and now serves at 4-5. And he's very much got his tail in the air.
50 love. All.
50% in the play and 50% in the head. Berdych needs to keep his head together here. And he certainly does. That's very clever.
30-15.
Puffs out his cheeks with relief, but he really played a beautiful point there. Another big serve for 40-15.
40-15.
And yeah, the game is given. Roddick looks disappointed, but that's 5-all in the third. He will now serve. We're spot on 2 hours in this match. 1-all in sets, 5-all in games in the third. I've been sat in this booth for coming up to 8 hours now. Looking forward to a little break myself. There was just a moment when they thought Thomas Berdych was going to pull off the impossible. It didn't happen. It's long, it's 30 love. Oh, double fault there. That's great. And Berdych admires it as well. There's something that's happening. I think the net machine. 40-15. That is, I think, ace 23, 6-5 Roddick in the third. Well, if we do manage to go to tie breaks, in the 2008 season, Roddick has won 22 out of 37. So 22-15. Berdych has won 11-6. In the 2007 stats of tiebreaks, Andy Roddick was in second position behind Karlovic because of that service, and he had a 35-12. So traditionally, I think that Roddick would certainly expect to hold out in a tie-break, but you never know.
Time.
This really is the culmination of a big day of tournament tennis here in Tokyo. Berdych at 5-6.
Love 15.
by Berdych, but what retrieving by Roddick. Stayed in that point right to the bitter end. Clever stuff. Oh, only just. Yeah, it
30,
was.
15.
Andy, don't even think about it. It was wide. It was wide. Yeah. Okay, it was close, but it was definitely wide. Oh, Berdych. Oh dear. And again, Roddick's theatrical
30 all.
antics play to the crowd a little bit there. You just can't believe that Berdych messes that one up. It's 30 all, it's 5-6, it's tense. It's too good. Roddick takes a tumble. The second serve
40,
was
30.
very solid into the body, gave him no opportunity to play anything but look at that, a little slidey, slippy one. I'm sure it'll be all right. Game point. It's good. It's 6 all. It's tie-break time.
6 games all. Tiebreak.
So you see Karlovic, Roddick and Ljubicic all the time at the top with because they're the big servers. Ivo Karlovic, of course, at 6'10", had over 1,300 aces last season. Top of the win list.
1-0, Roddick.
Roddick was number 2 and starts out with a good one. Del Potro waiting in the wings to match up against the winner of this semi-final. Ooh, that was close as well. I think it did catch the line. Gee whiz, that was tight. Berdych, well, I bet even he doesn't realise how close it was. Great touch on the backhand volley. Beautiful work coming into the net
2-1.
with that deep
Berdych.
placement. And look at that. Wonderful touch. It's with serve at the moment. Roddick has it at 1-2. Both players launching into these shots with unbelievable freedom. Berdych pulls one off there on the backhand.
3-1, Berdych.
It was a sensational rally for him, and he's got a mini break. Brilliant stuff. 1-3. And Roddick can't believe he's messed up those two. It was there, he'd done the work with the service. Changed his mind probably watching Berdych go cross court. It's 4-1, Berdych with the serve. Well, this is an extraordinary recovery by the Czech Republic player. He has beaten Roddick on hard court in 2006. Nobody expected him to do it here. Ninth ranked in the tournament. Second is Andy Roddick. This would be an upset. It's too good. It's 5-1.
Berdych.
Well, I don't quite know what reaction we're going to get from Andy Roddick at the moment. He's really, really up against the wall. I hate to think what's going to happen after if he loses. Yeah. Thomas Berdych is in a fantastic position to get into a final. And now at 6-1, he has got 5 match points. What an extraordinary turnaround. Bidding to reach his 8th ATP final. He's got a 3-4 record. He lost to Robredo and Basted earlier this year. He's got Roddick still has something to say.
6-2 Berdych.
24 ace. 6-3.
6-3 Berdych.
Now, 3 match points with 2 serves to come from Thomas Berdych. What a moment for the 23-year-old. That's it!
Game, set,
and
match.
Thomas Berdych of the Czech
7,
Republic
5,
has
7,
beaten Andy Roddick by 2 sets to 1. And despite all the calls, all the aggression, Andy Roddick was actually very, very gracious in defeat. What a semi-final. Thomas Berdych, the Czech Republic, will play against Del Potro of Argentina tomorrow. Roddick bids farewell, and I tell you, it is going to be a desperately close matchup tomorrow as well. I hope you can join us for that. Well, I hope you've also enjoyed our coverage today. It was 6-7, 7-5, 7-6 to Thomas Berdych of the Czech Republic against Andy Roddick of the USA. Join us again tomorrow for the final of the WTA Women's and the ATP Tour Men's event. I hope you can. It's going to be great fun here from Japan. In the meantime, this is John Burgess on behalf of all of us here in the Ariake Coliseum, wishing you a very good night.